First hand, Allie. Thank you.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Josh Okogie, and it's Ayton in at the 5.
Love it. Russell Westbrook, full attack mode right now and taking no prisoners.
And as Westbrook gets older, he's indicated that he's not looking to change how he plays, Grant.
And that can be a double-edged sword, B.A. You love his aggression and confidence, but you wonder how his game will hold up as his athleticism goes.
Zubac finds George. Six to shoot. Jacks up a 3. And Ayton pulls it down.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight. It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Booker against George. Pass to Durant. Here's Booker. It's tipped. George outside. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Morris passes to Leonard. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. Outside Durant. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
And the move that really shook up the NBA world. I mean, Kevin Durant asking and receiving a trade out of Brooklyn. Now, with this team, he makes them a title favorite overnight.
Now here's Westbrook. Now here's Leonard. Here's Westbrook. And Westbrook slams it home.
Just taking it right to the defense and in their face. Westbrook at the rim.
Paul against Westbrook. Paul passes to Durant. Back to Paul. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's George. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook.
Man, that one looked good all the way. Paul George from deep range.
The Suns have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. The kick to Durant from downtown. Rebound by the Clippers. A minute 58 left in the first. And Leonard, here we go.
Man, such a heartbreak last year as the Phoenix Suns had the opportunity to return to the finals, and it just felt like they were destined to get back there. It was their most wins in the season in franchise history, and it just didn't play out that way.
And Leonard drops them both.
Well, we've seen teams go all in to acquire Kawhi Leonard. Easy to see why. He just changes the course of a franchise. Any team he's on legitimately has a chance to win a title.
Back to Paul. Durant against Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And they recover it. Outside Booker. The 3 is up. They get the rebound. Controls the rebound and the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Now here's George. Misses from close range.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
The Suns' regular season dominance last year speaks to this team's strength.
Oh, yeah, they are so tight between the connection of the coaching staff and their point guard and CP3. These guys have talent. They've been through the ups and downs. They know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. Make no mistake, this Phoenix team is playing to win it.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Durant. And Durant slams it home.
And using all of his 7'5" wingspan, Durant turns backwards.
Westbrook against Paul. Here's George, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. It goes on Kevin Durant.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And George wants to compete for titles, especially considering that he's in the back half of his career.
Covington's checked in for Morris.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
On the wing, Durant. This one for three. That doesn't go either for Durant. Leonard, left side. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Leonard's got 6.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers ending the quarter up 10. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. Back to the game after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
Now, getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the 1. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second. Outside Booker. Oh, George with a steal. Well, Brent, the relationship between players and refs can sometimes seem a little hostile. Does it need to be that way?
Well, you and me have our little tiffs, don't we, Brian? So, yes, in order for us to do our best work. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't have to be that way. But, look, when you're at this level of competition, it's heated, it's intense. Sometimes get outside your gourd a little bit. And that's when instances like this can happen between a player and a referee. And that goes for both sides. Booker's all-around game is really coming together. Nice play there.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Leonard outside. Out to Covington. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Leonard. Phoenix grabs the miss. Durant, the pass to Ayton. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints. But probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
Morris, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Here's George. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Kevin Durant. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Durant with a screen on George. Outside Durant. There's the triple. Paul George pulls down the board.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Drives to the hoop. And the jam by George.
Yeah, Paul George, look out. Hammers that one home.
George against Booker to the inside. Here's Durant. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook slams it home.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
I like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
It's stolen by Leonard. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. George passes to Morris.
2 minutes remain in the first half.
Now Westbrook.
2 minutes.
There's 1:54 left in the first half of basketball. Zubac finds George. 5 on the clock. Morris for 3. He can't hit that time. And Phoenix the other way now. Outside Durant. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
And another one for KD, putting together a beautiful offensive night.
Out to Leonard. 1:21 left in the first half. Zubac passes to Morris. Second chance effort. And Durant with the block.
Instinct, timing, length. KD, great D.
Here's Ayton. Outside for Booker. Beyond the arc. Durant, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Leonard passes to Westbrook. George outside. Kicks it out to Westbrook. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Zubac's shot is off.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Westbrook outside. Pass to Zubac. Back to Westbrook. Here's George. No good with a layup. He gets it off. He got it up in time, but it would not fall. And so it's Los Angeles now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. More NBA. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. One of the stories here, Kevin Durant. He's getting it done today.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Kicking off the second half, here's Monty Williams 5. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker on the backcourt. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Kevin Durant, and it's Okogie in at the small forward position.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, L.A. is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for L.A.
Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
And if you give Batum some time to survey the floor, he'll find an open teammate.
There's a screen. Outside Ross. Puts it up. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Here's Highland. He drops it from range. And the Clippers lead by 19.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
To the paint. Here's Landale. And he dunks it down.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Gordon outside. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Oh, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Outside Warren. 4-3. Batum pulls it in. For Los Angeles, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Highland, guarded by Ross. Here's Batum. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And a little slam dunk from Batum. That'll work. Yeah, everybody knows that Bones nickname is going to stick for quite a while, but don't let it fool you. This guy is not afraid to take it inside and challenge bigger defenders. Now, catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target.
To the middle. Shot is good by Gordon. And with Highland, the fearlessness he brings, it's what makes the fans love him, Brent.
Yeah, B.A., I like the Bones nickname, by the way, but this energy, it's infectious, and that's what Bones brings to the game. And when he gets hot, this guy tends to stay hot for a long time.
Outside Ross.
2 minutes.
Kept alive. It's good on the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
1:44 left in the third. Out to Gordon. Pass to Highland. It's good. He's got 5.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Well, a careless foul. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep, Brent.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA, so they got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps that you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Outside Ross. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Ooh, good D by Plumlee. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Inside. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
As much as you have to admire his burst and force, I think Plumlee's aggressiveness on that play, the impressive part.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Did you see that? That was one of the best moves I've ever seen.
Picture perfect execution. He was focused and refused to be denied. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Highland. He has 7. Batum, left side. The 3 is up. Clippers keep it alive. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Plumlee's got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, don't get surprised by that burst from Plumlee. He crashes in for the rebound, has the athleticism, and finishes.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Westbrook in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Out to Leonard. Soft touch off the glass.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Outside Booker. Launches it. He's off on that one. And Los Angeles the other way now. Morris right side. Zubac passes to Morris. For three, George drains the triple.
Well, these nights where he just decides to start dominating offensively, and Paul George making it look like that tonight.
Booker for three, knocks down the long J. Booker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's George. He can't get it to go. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Outside Booker. To the paint. It's stolen by Leonard. And they're pushing it up. Morris with it. And it's Paul picking him up. Morris passes to Leonard. It's George on the wing. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Clippers.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them. I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
Pass to Durant. And there's the drive. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
So, question here. How do you stop a near 7-foot guy who can handle the ball like a guard and shoot threes? I'll wait.
Westbrook, the pass to George. Oh, and another three for the Clippers.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Hits the trifecta.
Well, there's a nice answer from an operator in Kevin Durant. You hit a three, you know he's coming back at you.
2 minutes remaining.
Westbrook outside. George outside. Back to Westbrook. George against Booker. 4 on the clock. Three-pointer. George with another miss. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. On the wing, Durant. The three. Rebound by the Clippers. Morris has got 4 rebounds now. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. George against Booker. George passes to Zubac. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
The line for LA.
Good on the second one. And here are the Suns now.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Clippers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Paul George.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Yes, so good to see Booker knocking down the corner triple, a go-to scorer with considerable range.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. Here's George. And it comes off the front of the rim. Outside Booker. Here's the three. On the money.
He kept his cool despite the double team and finds the open man.
All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Tip-off goes to Minnesota. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniels. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley in at point guard. Towns for three. Here's Gobert. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Love how well Gobert positions himself when shots go up. Committed to getting every board out there.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Towns driving inside. Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stop.
Boy, you like to see Edwards doing work on the glass, hitting the boards there, using his strength and athleticism to extend plays.
Westbrook passes to George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Shot clock at 6. Back to Plumlee. Edwards against George. He can't get that one. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, a bit ago, Tyronn Lue and I were able to chat. One point he made to his players was, they're going to try to attack us where we live. Right at home, in the paint, at the rim. We have to be ready to contest shots, play physical, and match their intensity. Guys, we will all find out together how this plays out.
Thank you, David. And the Timberwolves with possession here after the Clippers. Oh, man!
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Now here's Plumlee. The kick out to Westbrook. Plumlee, no luck.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Conley's shot is off. Stolen by Michael Conley. Passes it to McDaniels. Left side, Towns. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And yes, it's good. Towns has got his second basket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
Sinks the triple.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the years from Leonard has been incredible, especially his three-point shooting.
Gobert with a screen on George. And here's Edwards from the arc.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Conley. He dishes it to Gobert. Out to Conley. Top of the key. Gobert. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
Now here's Westbrook. Outside, George. Nailed from three-point land. And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move. Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Westbrook kicks to Plumlee. Outside Leonard. To the left wing. Zubac the pass to Leonard. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Minnesota basketball.
Minnesota leading by 4. 41 seconds left to play here in the first. Conley against Westbrook. Conley kicks to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. It's rebounded by Leonard. LA's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Westbrook passes to Leonard. Six on the shot clock. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Timberwolves lead by 4.
Fans, your Clippers, Houston.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Hunting in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at point.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Westbrook against Conley. Outside Leonard. From 18 feet away, and he hits the jump shot. Leonard's got 5 points so far. Mark of guys playing today, who would you put your money on to be a successful NBA coach?
You know, Kevin, the smart money is on point guards, but I think any player that's been a student of the game could be a successful coach, but point guards most likely is my answer. Chris Paul, maybe even a guy like Jalen Brunson in the future.
Westbrook scanning the floor. Leonard attacking. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Zubats against Towns.
Towns with the creativity and explosiveness.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The kick out to Westbrook. Back to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Westbrook finds Leonard. And too long on the shot.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for Minnesota. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Towns, the screen. Out left to the wing. Lets it go with a 3. Not going to go that time. George with the defensive effort. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Releases. And they recover it. Gobert pulls it in. Minnesota leading by 7. Here's Edwards. Oh, my. What a play.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. As one of the biggest stars in the NBA, Russell Westbrook, Clark, puts a lot of energy into his charity work.
Yeah, he really does, and I don't know how many people really recognize that, but I know he's appreciated for it. He started the Why Not Foundation to help underserved communities, and they're doing some great work. Russ said, why not? Has always been his attitude whenever he's pursuing a tough goal, and thus he named his foundation the same way.
For the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Conley's got the lead up to 12 now for Minnesota.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset, stretches the floor, and creates space.
George against Conley. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his third personal foul. Third team foul.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Kicks it out to Leonard. 5 on the clock. Back to Westbrook. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's Leonard missing. Timberwolves on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. Conley finds Edwards. Driving the lane. It's hauled in by the Clippers. It's George on the wing. McDaniel's defending. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there, and I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Here's Towns. Plumlee with some nice D. Clippers trail by 10. Leonard dishes to Westbrook. Pass to Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's George, and he drives in. Towns, the pass to Conley. And there's the pass to Gobert. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
And look at the big man get up when Gobert takes flight. Well, you are in for a show.
George looking around. Pass to Zubac. Stolen by Conley. And so it's the Minnesota team. Thank you, David, and we'll be back.
Your Clippers, 16. The Timberwolves, 28.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
You've got Gordon. Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Highland in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Chalk up 2 there.
You know, once Prince gets good inside positioning, he's going to work.
Clippers trail by 12. Highland passes to Gordon. Now here's Powell. Guarded by Prince. And stolen by Prince. And here we go. Batum with the steal. Gordon kicks to Powell. Morris, left side. Batum finds Gordon. Fires the 3. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going for a 6.
And, you know, when Gordon is healthy, he's extremely effective. I mean, he's a high-motor player who strokes it well from deep, actually strokes it well from everywhere, making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Prince outside. Rivers in the corner. Back to Prince. Shot clock at 6. It's Rivers on the wing. Puts it up. Prince misses. Clippers trail by 9. Here's Highland. That one goes in. Highland's got his first points in this one.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. Didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Timeout called. First of the game for Minnesota. Timberwolves leading by 7. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
So it's the Clippers now. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Highland passes to Batum. To the wing on the left. Into the lane. The dish to Morris. It's Powell on the wing. 5 to shoot. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Powell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the team ball. Minnesota calls timeout.
All right, folks, if you want a t-shirt, come on and make some noise.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
Welcome to the floor, your Clippers.
And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. They've held a 12-point lead early. Gobert with a screen on Westbrook. Conley dishes to Gobert. Back to Conley. Edwards inside. Defended by George. And the rejection by Zubac. Outside for George. Passes it to Westbrook. Plumlee dishes to George. The 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Knocks down the 3 ball.
3-pointer.
Edwards got 13.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
It's good.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game. And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an all-star game. That changed in 2021 when Conley was named an all-star.
1:43 left in the third. And he's good on the 3 ball. He has 7.
And the mechanics of Conley's shot are rock solid, allowing him to take a shot with no hesitation.
And Plumlee kicks to George. Launches it. Buries it from 3-point range. For Mike Conley, here 13 was lucky for him, going to that first all-star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an all-star. Conley, 33 at the time of that first selection, just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve.
And Edwards with the stuff.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
Westbrook passes to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Here's Towns. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on George.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl-Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota. But out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. Westbrook against Conley. Right side, George. Westbrook kicks to George. Clock at 6. Outside Leonard. Launches a 3. They get it back. Westbrook passes to Plumlee. Another shot. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves heading to the bench with a 7-point lead. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession in this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot.
Still a solid point guard in this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends.
The 3 from George. A shot that time, not on target. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Edwards. The second chance effort. The kick out to Towns. The Clippers grab the miss. Plumlee's got 5 rebounds tonight. Leonard attacking. Conley grabs the miss. Timberwolves leading by 9. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
To the paint. Westbrook kicks to Leonard. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
George against Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on George.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back. And when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
And Edwards drops them both. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Boy, a wicked dunk by Leonard, showing this defense just how explosive he can be.
Edwards against George. Edwards with it. Towns, a screen on George. The kick out to Towns. There's plug of that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
Anthony Edwards.
And you see Towns with those big mitts, able to control the basketball on the dribble. That's where the size of your hands can be a nice asset for you.
Edwards against George. Plumlee, the pass to Westbrook. Just 5 to shoot. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. Timberwolves leading by 11. Towns kicks to Gobert. Edwards against Leonard. Gobert the screen. No one near Conley as he lets it go. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And what a smart player Conley is. Able to analyze defenses and pick and roll and make the right read.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot from 12. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Clippers trail by 12. Leonard looking over the floor. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Westbrook kicks to Plumlee. Unloads from 13. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 10 points in just the second half.
And the fact that Leonard can pour it in like tonight, and in addition to his defense, is really why he's one of the best two-way players we've ever seen.
The kick out to Towns. Back to Conley. Takes the three. Westbrook with the nice D there. This gives them the opportunity to get within 10. In the corner, it's Plumlee. And it's off from three-point range. Minnesota with the ball. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Outside, Towns. He kicks it to Gobert. And Gobert throws it down.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
And here's Edwards. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. David, thank you as always.
let's meet the visiting team, Minnesota.
And we're expecting an intense battle in the front court tonight, Grant. Both teams with a lot of talent in those positions.
You know, B.A., it'll be an interesting matchup here with the talent and size of their front court. It should make this game extra challenging for these squads. They can't just count on being the dominant force down low. They'll have to get a little creative.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves, filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Conley in at the point guard position.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
Ayton, a screen on Towns. Okogie on the wing. For 3, Durant. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Slick shot by Durant. Gets the pass and is in his motion a second later.
Here's Edwards. Pass to Towns. Here's Conley. Fires the 3. The rebound by Devin Booker.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First team foul.
Ball against Conley. The teardrop. Ayton. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time.
And this is what Paul is known for. He is a shrewd distributor with a pass-first mentality.
Gobert with a screen on Paul. Conley passes to Gobert. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
At the arc, Booker is pretty efficient. This man can hurt you from downtown if you're not careful.
Conley against Paul. Towns for 3. Offensive board. Pass to McDaniels. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. Oh, denied by Durant.
We've seen Durant really improve as a defender, using his impressive length to block shots.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. Picked it. It's a one-on-one situation. And stolen by Booker. Conley against Durant. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
Just absolutely dominant inside. You have to be all over Durant.
What a job Monty Williams has done in his time with the Phoenix Suns. Hats off to the talent that he's been able to bring in and develop. And that's the way he's created a winning culture.
Now here's Conley. Oh, denied by Durant. And he's able to get it back. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
Nice effort from Booker, making things hard on the shooter.
Excellent D there from Booker. Boy, Richard, you really can't say enough about what Monty Williams has done with this Phoenix team.
Struggled in his first year, but we gave him a break for that. Immaculate season for the last 2 years, becoming a Western Conference juggernaut.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Durant. 2 on the clock. Goes up from the top of the key, and he knocks the jumper down. Durant's got 6.
Nice pass. Such a unique talent on both ends. That time, Booker showing us his vision.
Towns on a screen. Edwards, the pass to Towns. No good that time. The Suns go the other way with it. Durant finds Ayton. Back to Durant. And he banks in the layup. Give him 8.
And that's tough right there. Love when Durant goes up with purpose and finishes over contact.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell. That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Pass to Paul. Back to Durant. And stolen by Edwards. Over Booker. And that one comes up a bit short.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Stolen by Conley. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Outside Paul. And Booker with the jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
They get it back.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
And so it's Phoenix with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And they're deep.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Houston.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play. This one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Okogie in at the 3. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
What you have to admire about Devin Booker is how much he scores the rock, as well as all the different ways he's able to finish.
Hey, if you give him room, he's gonna score the ball.
Outside Paul. Outside for Booker. The 3 ball. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 5 assists in the game. And Booker is a guy you can lean on to help shoulder the offensive load, Richard.
Yeah, he's comfortable taking a lot of shots for his team. He's a volume shooter for a reason because he understands how to score at an efficient clip, too.
Phoenix has gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. Ayton passes to Booker. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Oh, amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
The Timberwolves shooting just 24% in this one. Not great. Towns, a screen on Paul. Pass to Towns. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
What a beast inside. When Towns gets in tight, he's almost a sure thing.
Outside Paul. Outside for Booker. Takes a 3. That shot is off. So Minnesota will take it the other way. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Back to Daniels. Up top, Edwards. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. On the take. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. Now a timeout called by Minnesota. At an annual ritual, players finding out their ratings at NBA 2K. All right, Richard, you were customarily happy with your rating, yes?
I didn't really care, but a part of my conditioning with 2K is they said that they will retroactively change my rating to 100. The first 100 player.
You deserve it, man. Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
He has no deficiencies. He has no flaws in his offensive game. Booker, he's capable of dropping 30 on any given night against any given player.
Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You were so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Knocked loose. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Edwards against Booker. Edwards, a pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. For Phoenix, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Here's Booker.
2 minutes.
And Booker with the jam.
Smart dish by Durant, giving it away to a guy with a quality look.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Outside Edwards.
Defensively, Ayton's always had the size and length. Where he's really improved is with the angles he takes to the ball.
Booker, the pass to Ayton. Back to Booker. Outside Paul. Pass to Durant. And Durant slams it home.
A creative move by Durant. That's a big flex on the defense.
Here's Conley. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Conley's gotten 4 this quarter.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Outside Paul. Outside for Booker. Outside Paul. Outside Durant. From the arc. Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Towns. Booker against Edwards. Back to Towns. Another shot. Gobert inside. He's against Ayton. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton. Booker finds Durant. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Offensively, Durant might be the most unguardable player in NBA history. He can shoot, dribble, pass, drive, you name it. Everything he does it at a high level on top of being 7 feet tall.
Conley against Paul. And that one's good from Conley.
Now, this is just too easy for Conley. The D can't allow him to get this close to the basket.
Paul passes to Durant. Over Towns. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
Great job ending the...
Devin Booker. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Phoenix. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be right back. As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Taurean Prince is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Noel in at the 1. Reid, good.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Right side Ross. From deep. Anderson pulls it down.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Rivers. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. One thing you notice about these Suns, RJ, many of them are considered strong two-way talents.
And that is such a list for your team. Having guys that can get it done on both sides of the floor instead of trying to balance a lineup of just pure specialists.
Here's Prince. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Phoenix has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game.
Timberwolves foul. Taurean Prince. First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Oh, yes!
Whoa.
Throw it down!
Oh! Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Here's Rivers. He's covered by Warren. Count it. Rivers has gotten his first points in this one.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Left side Warren. No good. A bit long that time.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
And here's Reed. Pass to Rivers. Launches a three. Knocks it down from distance. Rivers has got 5.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Outside Ross. The 3. And the Suns get another 3.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Here's Noel. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball.
Classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
Phoenix has gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line on this one. Here's Shamet. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's his first foul. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Shamet. 3, Warren. And the Suns get another 3.
Such a confident score. We've seen Warren go off for 50-plus in the game.
Timeout called the Timberwolves. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there.
Get on your feet and get loud, fans.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, guys, the NBA markets itself behind its star players, but Commissioner Adam Silver understands what makes the game tick. He said, quote, "This is a team sport. In order to truly win championships and compete at the highest level, all the players have to come together."
So true, Allie. Thank you. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Towns down low. And it's Towns with the power finish.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Down low. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. The 3, Conley. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Booker, the pass to Ayton. Durant with it, covered by Towns. Durant with the bucket.
Just maybe the best scoring forward of all time, and by maybe I mean he is. Yet again, it's Durant with a big night.
For 3, Conley. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got 7 rebounds in the game. And Booker puts up a deep 3. Second chance shot. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
Minnesota's gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. They set a pick. Outside Edwards. Three-pointer. Yes. Great play by Conley to set it up.
3-point field goal.
Conley's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, we've seen Conley do this forever, running the point with precision.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. No one covering. And the Suns lead by 20.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Outside Edwards. Excellent D there from Booker. Tipped. And so it's the Phoenix Suns ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their set.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton, and it's Okogie in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Paul passes to Booker. Outside Paul. Pass to Okogie. 5 to shoot. Outside Booker. From downtown. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And here's Minnesota now. Trailing by 17. Edwards. And Chris Paul clears it away. Phoenix has gotten 7 of 12 three-point attempts to fall. Durant, the pass to Ayton. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Minnesota shooting just 35% from the floor. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. McDaniels finds Gobert. Back to Daniels. Edwards against Booker. Shot clock at 6. And another three from Minnesota.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Conley against Paul. The kick to Durant from behind the arc. And Conley grabs the miss. Minnesota has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. Ball passes to Durant. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Pass to McDaniels. Conley with the ball. And it's Paul picking him up. Outside Conley. The kick out to Edwards. Driving to the basket. And Edwards slams it in.
And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
It's one thing to get close, but do they have enough left in the tank to take the lead? We'll have to see.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Devin Booker.
And what an unbelievable offensive performance from him tonight. I mean, it's been crazy fun to watch him just go off. I mean, the defense had no chance. He just kept scoring over and over again.
And, you know, this home arena really appreciates this guy. And it's clear that he takes pride in playing his best in front of them. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Monty Williams was going over with his team. He told them it's going to come down to our defense. If we buckle down and get stops, they've got no way back. With the win in sight, he doesn't want them to relax. Guys, back over to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Booker with a screen on Conley. Outside for Booker. Here's Paul. Outside Booker.
Two minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
The Suns need to get off a shot. Durant, no good.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Conley. The kick out to Edwards. Back to Conley. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gobert. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix. Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker.
A defensive stalwart. Gobert knows this team expects him to be their anchor as well as rebound the rock.
Ooh, you hope the leaving points at the line won't come back to haunt them.
Outside Paul. Outside Durant. blocked by Gobert.
And just a top-tier shot blocker in the league. Gobert's massive wingspan is a huge reason why he wipes away all those shots.
1:10 left in the final quarter. Booker with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
And here are the Timberwolves. This run now up to 13-2. Conley passes to Edwards. That shot missing. Booker with the defensive effort. Phoenix has gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. Durant against Towns. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Durant. Just 4 to shoot. Here he goes. Oh, he tried to double clutch on that dunk and couldn't get it down.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
Fourth team foul.
He gets the first, and that brings him with an 8.
Anthony Edwards at the line for 2.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Durant against Towns. Now here's Durant. Not a lot of room. Here's Okogie. Off target with the 3. Towns for 3. The shot off that time. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra.
Well, Jay, we might have a throwback battle on our hands, Greg. These two teams take pride in their defense.
No doubt, these are some tough-nosed, gritty, physical defenses, and we're not going to see many easy buckets. Both sides are going to make you work.
And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the five. Westbrook is right there.
Hitting the glass like he's a power forward. Russell Westbrook can be an absolute force when he's crashing the glass.
Now here's Paul. Booker outside. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now George. Durant with the steal. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Goes up, and then Durant with the jam.
Offensively, just what you're hoping for with that possession. KD coming down on the rim.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
Here is Paul, following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Paul kicks to Booker. It's Durant on the wing. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
Now, here's Westbrook. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Paul. Booker with it. Westbrook picks him up. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Booker looking around. Outside for KD. Good. A nice assist from Booker. KD's got 7.
Lethal outside shooter. Kevin Durant hitting those threes with ease.
Leonard attacking. Count that bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Stolen by Zubac. Westbrook finds Morris. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
There's a reason Russell Westbrook ranks among the greatest ever in terms of assists. He excels at getting the ball to his open teammates.
Now here's Booker. Excellent D there from George.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without foul.
Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7.
Oh, okay. Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Westbrook against Paul. Pass to Durant. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
They now take the lead.
What a silky move by Paul George. He really had the ball on a string.
Paul against Westbrook. Here's Okogie. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Just 5 on the clock. Booker dishes to Ayton. And again, unable to change momentum here. Clippers have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. The shot's good from Westbrook.
He thrives in that painted area. Westbrook has a lot of moves and different ways he can hurt you inside.
Outside for Durant. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Clippers.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Westbrook passes to George. Back to Westbrook. Here's the pass to George. And it's George finishing it off.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Paul passes to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Empowering at home. He ends a 12-0 run by Los Angeles.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by.
And please give a big round of applause for your son's youth dance team.
We welcome you back to Noche Latino. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Los Angeles.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
And I like the fact also that they're the ones that have forced the action. They've created a lot of offense by just attacking.
Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Andre Ayton out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the small forward. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Outside, KD. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And just using that length to his full advantage. Durant draws the foul, and we know what usually happens when he steps to the line.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin, but give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Inside. And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Booker.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Paul passes to Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Westbrook against Paul. Got a piece of it. Pass to Morris. In the corner, George with it. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on 8.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA team to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Covington's checked in. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. And they're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Oh, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Opposing defenders know what Robert Covington is capable of, giving him no room.
Covington at the line for 2.
And both free throws good for Covington.
And, guys, talk about the production that Covington brings to the table.
GA, he's been with quite a few teams, but he's been a starter most of his career. His presence on the defensive end, getting to the rim and scoring it, has been a treat.
Clippers leading by 6. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Outside Leonard. Shoots it. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Here's Durant. They grab their own miss. Passes it to Okogie. Goes back up.
2 minutes remaining.
And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference.
The basket counts. That'll be goaltending.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Leonard on the wing. Outside Westbrook. Back to Leonard. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Left side, KD. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one. And Westbrook, here we go. Nobody near George. Trains the three-pointer. George has got the lead up to 7 outs for Los Angeles.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
Down low, here's KD. And KD throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Westbrook passes to Covington. He dishes it to George. 44 seconds left now here in the second. Up top, Leonard. Headshot off. So Phoenix will take it the other way. To the middle. Here's KD.
I mean, the versatility of KD is tremendous. There's really nothing this guy can't do.
The Suns shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Robert Covington.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Morris and Durant sends it back.
KD 7'5" wingspan in action, swatting that one away.
6 on the shot clock. Leonard attacking, and he gets the bucket. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Here's Payne. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Love seeing the hustle.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back.
29. Fans, get ready for the Milwaukee.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Gordon. Norman Powell's out there with Batum. Then it's Plumlee, and it's Highland in at the point. Here's Ross. No good that time. Gordon with the defensive effort. Los Angeles leading by 7. Here's Highland. On the wing, Gordon. Here's Highland. Back to Gordon. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead. And home court advantage can give teams a huge lift. Greg, how different is it playing in front of the hometown fans?
It's huge. I mean, they give you energy. You don't want to let them down, so you tend to dig a little deeper when you're playing at home.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And the Suns call time. Phoenix shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Paul kicks to Booker. Here he goes, and the dunk by Booker.
As a distributor, Paul is just a machine. He's constantly creating for his guys.
And really, whatever your take on Russell Westbrook is now, you can't deny his place in NBA history. Voted as one of the NBA's top 75 players of all time.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Greg, it is impossible to argue against Westbrook belonging to that top 75 players list, isn't it?
It really is, Kevin. I mean, his career numbers and accomplishments speak for themselves. A very unique player, easily one of the best during his prime.
And he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Leonard finds George. And the Clippers miss again. And KD's got the ball here for Phoenix. 6-point game. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
George against Booker. Three-pointer. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter.
We don't talk about KD's passing enough. Durant is an elite playmaker.
Back to Westbrook. George up top. Defended by Booker. Westbrook passes to George. Shot clock at 5. And that'll be 2 free throws coming. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original person.
The previous play is under review.
Can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Clippers making a change here. Island's checked in.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
Paul kicks to KD. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
The defense going at Kevin Durant, so he gets physical right back, ensuring he draws a foul while shooting.
Phoenix shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Highland. On the wing, George. And he goes big with the dunk right over DeAndre Ayton.
Yet another one for Paul George. He can pile up points without wasting possessions.
2 minutes. Paul passes to Durant from deep 3-point range. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside, George. Outside, Leonard. And there's the drive. Comes up empty down low. Suns trail by 5. Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And there he goes, Booker, showing off the vert.
1:22 left to play in the third. Here's Highland, defended by Paul. And that one, good. Highland's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Durant for three. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
This team leans on Durant to score often. He knows his role well.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Outside Leonard. In the corner, George with it. Passes to Zubac. Outside for George. Shoots. Booker pulls it in.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up. But it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
The Suns have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. Mason Plumlee's checked in for the Clippers. Robert Covington comes in for Morris. Here's the Suns with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Paul looking over the floor. Booker outside. To the inside. Here's Ayton. Shakes him. Nifty move. And Ayton throws it down.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss. One of Ayton's specialties.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Suns.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with Ayton. And it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Booker outside. To the middle. Durant dishes to Booker. 13 feet away. Another shot, and KD finishes inside. Durant's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Phoenix. Westbrook against Paul. Nobody near Leonard. Off target with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Kicks it out to Booker. It's up a 3. Plumlee with the rebound.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point line.
First team foul.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Outside Westbrook. And it's Covington atop the key. Ball stolen. Fast break. Here come the Suns. Here's Ayton. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Ayton's got the lead up to 7 now for the Suns. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far. Being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. And even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look, guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
Thank you, David.
I think you underestimate the strength of Kevin Durant. Despite his slender frame, able to power through for the and one.
On the wing, George. Defended by Booker. George passes to Westbrook. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
As explosive as they come at the point guard position, Russell Westbrook playing at the rim.
Outside for KD. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 5th assist in this one.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
And stolen by Ayton.
And now only one away from being in the middle.
Second personal foul.
Paul outside. Booker outside. Paul passes to KD. Count it. And now it's an 11-point Phoenix lead.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead. I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. 4th team foul.
We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter. Durant just inside the line, and it's good off the back rim and in. Durant's got 37.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Silky smooth stroke, nice touch. Paul George is a terrific jump shooter.
Out to KD. They double team KD. From deep. Can't hit that one.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
That's to Leonard. Looking to get it going. And the rejection by Ayton.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Durant with it. George picks him up. The offensive rebound. Okogie, the pass to Durant. And Covington sends it back. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Good on the triple.
Tremendous confidence in himself. Russ able to get space and knock down a big one.
Durant against Covington. KD looking around. 5 to shoot. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Up top, Leonard. Back to George. Paul with the steal. Now here's Durant. They set the pick. A three-pointer is right on target.
Unlimited range. The long arms of KD can get it off from anywhere.
So the Suns win it. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for Griffin.
in at the point guard position. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Edwards. Here's Towns. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Oh, big-time athletic play by Cat right there. Brushes off the contact, gets to his finish. Nicely done.
Westbrook, the pass to George. Leonard outside. Kicks it out to Westbrook. He tries for three. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard.
Well, as a great scorer, you still have to be willing to balance it with finding your teammates. Kawhi Leonard puts the ball where it needs to be.
Now here's Conley. It's McDaniels on the wing. Back to Conley. Nice move. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year.
Now here's Conley over to the left wing. Here's Towns. No luck on that one. Ooh, good work defensively by Morris. Westbrook, the pass to Zubac. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league. But boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars. Well, there's some unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Here's Westbrook. The kick out to Morris. Pass to George. The three. Drops in the three. George has got 5 points. I mean, a true transformation of the Clippers. They were that team that stars avoided.
They were, B.A., but I think that started to change back in 2011, the trade of CP3 to the Clippers. It started this new era. Then the ownership change helped it even further. And in one summer, let's remember, they signed both Kawhi and Paul George. Unreal transformation.
Now here's George. He's got 5. Westbrook finds Leonard. Rebound Minnesota.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Here's Edwards. Ooh, nice D from George.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
To the middle. That's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Minnesota. And here's Edwards. Pass to Towns. Fires the three.
Well, we call that defensive chops, right? Paul George is draped all over his man. He will not give up anything easy.
Morris passes to Westbrook. A minute 31 left to play in the first.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss. Even on the years he's not winning Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert finds a way to finish in the top 3. This is one of the most consistent, elite defenders in the game.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Outside Conley. And that one's long.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Endorsed with Gobert, it still feels like he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
And BA, at this point, I find that inexcusable. You just watch the game and understand the metrics to see the massive impact that Rudy Gobert has on winning. It is not only on the defensive end either.
Now here's Conley, looking for his first basket, still in this one. Morris against Towns. And he drives in. That shot off the mark. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And Leonard, here we go. And the dunk by Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard able to navigate his way to the cup off the bounce. Yes, sir.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Towns down low. He's working on Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Conley. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Now, Mike Conley is comfortable. It doesn't matter what area of the floor he's on. That time in the mid-range.
For 3, George. Can't hit that one.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You'd love to see that kind of effort.
Paul George. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Los. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court, and it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. Now here's Gobert. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Conley on the attack.
One thing that's defined Mike Conley's career in the NBA is his mastery and understanding of the point guard position. Don't sleep on his athleticism now either, though. Vertical at the combine was 40.5 inches. Folks, not a lot of people achieve that number.
Here's George. Takes it inside. Oh, and the dunk by George!
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
The kick out to Edwards. Oh! And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, give you a little sauce. Anthony Edwards rise high and finish over the defender.
Now here's Westbrook. Leonard passes to Morris. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Stolen by Conley.
LA foul. Russell Westbrook. Second personal foul.
And it's tied up with that one. And if you know about Conley's family, you know where he gets his athletic ability.
Well, we know Mike Sr. is a gold medalist in the triple jump. He's in the track and field Hall of Fame. No wonder Mike Jr. can jump out of the gym.
Now here's Edwards. Into the lane. And Edwards slams it in.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Leonard against McDaniels. That one's good from Morris on the assist by Zubac.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
Edwards for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Morris passes to Westbrook. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Leonard outside. Up top, Morris. Kicks it out to Westbrook. 5 on the clock. Pass to George. from outside the arc. Over the last few years, we've seen the rise of the skilled big. Doris, how's that changed the way basketball is played?
I think, B.A., certainly it has made for a more wide-open game. The advent of that stretch 4, stretch 5, it creates better spacing because you've got to deal with their shooting. To me, it's a much better product for the fans.
Towns for 3. It's rebounded by Zubats. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Leonard outside.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first half.
It has to be interesting when you're bringing the ball up the court and Kawhi Leonard is the guy coming to meet you. This guy is the embodiment of an elite defender.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Leonard really has shown very few cracks in his defensive game over the years, Doris.
B.A., I think it's a combination of things. Certainly the physical attributes. He's really long. He's got unbelievable lateral quickness. His defensive instincts and IQ are just off the charts. This guy is as disruptive, a defensive force as we have seen.
And the Clippers with the ball, following the score by Minnesota. Here's George. The Clippers rebound. Morris on the wing. Westbrook outside. Goes back up. Kicks it to George. The 3 ball. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Just a cold shooting. Needs to try to make it into the basket.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
What we know about Anthony Edwards, he had a terrific rookie campaign, but he got better in his second season, both as an individual and as a teammate, guys.
Well, what stood out the most at Edwards' second season, Doris, his commitment on the defensive end.
Exactly right, B.A., because he asked the coaching staff almost on a nightly basis to guard the opposition's best player. And though they didn't always give him that assignment, you have to admire his pursuit. This guy wants to become one of the top two-way players in the league.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
There's 45 seconds left in the second quarter. Towns for 3. The shot misses. The Clippers have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. George passes to Westbrook. Now Leonard. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, you look at Kawhi's career, one of the first things he did was work on his consistency from the free throw line. Why? Because he's excellent at drawing contact.
And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Plumlee's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Morris. Gordon, he's checked in for George. And it's Highland in for Westbrook. Towns against Batum. Now here's Towns. 6 points for him. Pulls up. Offensive rebound.
Well, Rudy Gobert securing the board and making sure to convert.
1 second left. That one is off. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And join us right back here after the
23. The Clippers. 23.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
We've got Jalen Noel. Kyle Anderson is out there with Torian Prince. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Rivers in at the shooting guard position. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Here's Gordon following the score by Minnesota. Can't cash it in from close range. Here's Noel. Pass to Prince. Anderson with it. Fires for 3. Noel. That's good. Now it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
Gordon outside. Here's Powell. Pass to Highland. Out to Gordon. 3 on the clock. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Making their way onto the court are your Minnesota Timberwolves dancers. All right, fans, let me hear you give it up for your Timberwolves dancers.
Minnesota shooting it well, around 55% for the game. Here's Noel. He shoots it. Misses the jumper. The Clippers trail.
What you love about Mason Plumlee is there's a level of professionalism in terms of his effort and energy. He brings it every single night.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that simply stated a terrific play.
Here's Noel. Pass to Prince. Back to Noel. Now Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
And you know, Doris, in addition to the effort Plumlee puts out there, he's a dependable scorer in tight.
B.A., he's going to get the vast majority of his scoring opportunities in the painted area. He can finish with either hand, and what is so underrated about his game, his ability to find people, to pass the basketball in tight spaces.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Here's Noel. Pass to Rivers. And he misses his first shot. The Clippers have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Highland. Fires the 3. Reed with the rebound. Here's Prince. And another 3 from Minnesota.
But just tremendous instincts from Prince. Feeling the defense, getting loose, getting into his catch-and-shoot game. Nicely done.
2 minutes remaining.
Out to Powell.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's Batum. Nice D from Anderson. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. The Clippers grab the miss.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Now here's Batum. Here's Powell. Can't get it to fall. Minnesota has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Here's Prince. No good from outside. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Minneapolis. Gordon, the pass to Batum. Back to Gordon. 1:07 left in the third. Pass to Highland. Back to Gordon. They grab their own miss, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
55 seconds left to play in the third, and it's Powell off the drive. Prince grabs the miss. Here's Noel. Pass to Prince. Over Powell. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Let's be honest, that's not a shot he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Batum. No good with the triple.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Prince. 11 seconds left to play in the third quarter. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Gordon, right side. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Timberwolves ahead, up 3. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. So, on the floor for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard of the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Westbrook in at the point.
Oh, that's a strong finish, and Karl Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Minnesota?
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And here's Edwards outside. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got 5 assists in the game.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Gets the 3 to fall.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Gobert. Towns with the ball. 6 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. And George launches it from deep. That one doesn't drop. And Minnesota the other way with it now. Westbrook against Conley. Here's Gobert over Morris. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, we know Rudy Gobert is going to go down as not only one of the greatest defenders of this generation, but of all time. Just look at the number of times this guy has won Defensive Player of the Year. He is a force to be reckoned with.
Conley against Westbrook. Here's George. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
You see, Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket. Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
Pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Now here's Towns. The kick out to Conley. Over Westbrook. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. And we know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor doors.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a 3-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league.
Now here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
That's a message by Karl Anthony Towns. Throws it down with authority.
Westbrook against Conley. Leonard outside. Lets the 3 fly. Kicks it to George. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Simply put, a better shot pass. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Pass to McDaniels. Man, stolen by Leonard. Jumps up. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
You know, many consider this guy the best two-way player in the world, and you love that Kawhi Leonard's defense, he is the guy that finishes. That's appropriate.
Now here's Conley. On the shot clock. Gobert with a screen on Westbrook. Here's Conley. And another basket for Minnesota.
You know, Mike Conley has mastered pick-and-roll play and does such a good job making the right decisions.
Westbrook, the pass to Leonard. Back to Westbrook. To the wing on the left. Second chance shot. No good, off the front rim.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
56 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Conley against Westbrook.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
First personal foul. First team foul.
It's starting to feel like desperation time.
Desperation indeed. They're playing against the clock.
Westbrook can't hit. Here's Towns from deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Zubac. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Morris finds Westbrook. Now Leonard. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Morris penetrating. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Oh my goodness, you cannot give up a lane to the cup. Once Marcus Morris sees one, forget about it.
Now Edwards. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here.
thanks for the report. And it's the Suns to start out. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Andre Ayton out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the 3.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence. After missing the playoffs for 10 consecutive seasons, boy, the Suns not only got to the postseason in 21, they made it all the way to the finals. So what a turnaround for that franchise.
Paul passes to KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
Anticipating the contact there and toughness through that play, Durant is not afraid to attack the defense.
Edwards a screen on Paul. Conley kicks to Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
It's been quite a turnaround, hasn't it, Brent, for Phoenix? Ever since they acquired Chris Paul in that trade from Oklahoma City, they've been a different team.
Yeah, and I don't think you can really give enough credit to what it is that Chris Paul has brought, along with the combination and relationship that he has with Monty Williams. I mean, that leadership with that young roster and giving those guys belief has elevated the play of everybody who's put on that uniform.
Now Conley, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Conley kicks to McDaniel. Towns down low. He's covered by Ayton. And it's Towns missing. Here's Durant. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. KD's got his second basket.
How about those long strides, Durant quick in the open court and then right to the rim.
To the wing right side. Back to Edwards. Takes it in.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Now here's Booker. Paul passes to Durant. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
Now there's some explosiveness inside Kevin Durant. He shows it off there.
Here's Conley. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Edwards dishes to Conley. Shot clock at 6. Out to Edwards. There's the drive. And finished off by Edwards.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam.
Kicks it out to Booker. For 3. Drills the three-pointer. And that makes it a tie ball game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Conley. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
Man, Devin Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts. So he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up.
Here is Edwards, following the basket by Chris Paul. Edwards, outside, Towns. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Conley, the pass to Towns. Now the feed to Gobert. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And if he gets looks that cleanly, Gobert becomes unstoppable. He makes good use of his body and just wills himself to a foul.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Phoenix. Booker looking around. Here's Durant, and KD throws it down.
Booker's all-around game is really coming together. Nice play there.
Outside Edwards. The kick out to Towns. And Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. Here's Edwards. And then jammed down as he goes right over Chris Paul.
Agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
Outside, KD. For three, Okogie. Another three for Phoenix.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Conley kicks to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And, you know, Conley developed great vision in terms of the floor, and that allows him to spot an open teammate.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Durant. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got 3 assists in the game. Outside, Edwards. And stolen by Ayton. Up the floor. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Suns. He got into double digits.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for the Bucks.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Suns.
And guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Well, in the early goings, the mid-range shot has also been working well for them. They've been racking up some points off of those jumpers, and those are probably being invited.
And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Okogie in at the small forward. And you hear the legends, Brent, talk shop. So often, it's about what separates winning players from the guys that don't win as much. What comes to mind for you?
I think what comes to mind, Kevin, is expectation. And sometimes we get a little bit ahead of ourselves with guys who we want to anoint as the next great player. Look, sometimes it takes 3 or 4 chances at the highest level to finally reach that point where you have the confidence and the experience and the know-how to be one of the best players in the league, and who compliments you along the way. So to me, it comes with a great deal of patience to let that player achieve that level of success.
Booker against Edwards. The wide open look for Durant. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Durant's got 13.
And another one for KD, putting together a beautiful offensive night.
Out to Edwards. Right side Towns. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Okogie.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
That's a devastating move off the dribble. Durant getting to his favorite spots at will.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Phoenix leading by 3. Okogie, the pass to Durant. Gobert with the defensive effort. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Towns into the lane, and the dunk by Towns.
And really one of the more mobile bigs in our league. You simply have to account for Towns on the drive.
And Booker kicks to Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Towns for 3. Another miss by Towns. Suns have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Phoenix.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Wolves fans, you know them, you love them. Here they are, your Minnesota Timberwolves dancers. Fans, give a round of applause for your Timberwolves dancers.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside Conley. Out to Edwards. And Paul pulls it down. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Paul outside, out to KD. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And it's a 9-point Suns lead.
Oh, man. You should grab some popcorn and a blanket, and a pillow, and settle in. This is going to be a long night watching KD score.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. And just miss after miss right now.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And the layup is good. KD's got the lead up to 11 now for the Suns.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Give it up for your first.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Conley. Some solid defense from Ayton.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Phoenix leading by 11. Pass to Booker. 36 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And that one is good.
He has good size for his position, and Booker mixing it up on the inside.
Outside Edwards. Outside Towns. Shoots it up. Hits the jumper in space. And it's 7 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Paul kicks to Booker. Down low. Here's Ayton. The tray. The shot will not fall. And so it's the Phoenix Suns holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their lead is where it is because... Thank you, David, and we'll be right back.
Get ready for the Jabberwocky.
With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Anderson is out there with Taurean Prince. Then it's Naz Reid. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Noel in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Something you noticed about these Suns last year was their offensive talents, Brent. It could be seen from top to bottom.
Man, they got plenty of great shooters on the floor. Obviously, one of the great distributors of all time in Chris Paul. These guys scoring in a variety of ways. Really tough to defend from inside, outside, and the deadly mid-range of your leader. Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who are you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Shaman kicks to Ross. The three-pointer off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 12. Prince dishes to Anderson. Back to Prince. Six to shoot. Pass to Reid. Kicks it out to Prince. From deep. Another miss by Minnesota. Suns leading by 12. A three from Warren. The shot comes out. Anderson with the ball. Prince finds Reid. Here's Anderson. Back to Reed. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Now Shaman. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Inside. The shot by Beasley, no good. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Timberwolves. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Back to Prince. Anderson, a screen on Warren. Prince, right side. Reed, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
Lets the three fly. And it's Shamet miss it. Timberwolves trail by 10. There's Noel. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Noel's got his first points of the game. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Suns leading by 8. Paul outside. Booker with the screen for Paul. Back to Booker. They need this one. A shot off that time. And Minnesota will come the other way. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Well, they're getting stops. And they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
And the dunk by Booker.
And Devin Booker at 6'5", cleared for takeoff.
1:51 left in the third.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. Third all-time in career assists, second all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
Outside for Durant. And jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
Durant imposing his will, this time at the rim.
And great, what separates Paul from the other two guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
Booker the pass to Okogie. There's the triple. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And now it's a 12-point Suns lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Suns.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
And they get it back. And that one drops for him. Gobert's got 6.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 6 here in this quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And with that, the Phoenix leaders get down to 9 in the bucket from Mike Conley.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. You have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns heading to the bench with a 7-point lead.
Please give a big round of applause.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball and how about the perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the three, the small forward. The kick out to Towns. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Durant for three. Rebound, Minnesota.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And so they foul intentionally. Minnesota calls timeout.
First team foul. Timeout called for Minnesota.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Here's KD. And finished up by KD.
And the D has to respect Booker's passing ability. Fantastic at finding guys in their spots.
Here's Conley. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Edwards against Booker. Ball outside. Out to KD. Dishes it to Ayton. No good there. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Out left to the wing. Here's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniel.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's make a play when you...
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast.
The previous play is
in real time.
review.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
The ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Towns finds Edwards. 2 free throws. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the
ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, the double checking, and the game continues on.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And so here's Phoenix, led by as many as 14 points. KD drives in.
We know Durant's difficult to slow down, but when he's penetrating like that, the defense just cannot deal with that length.
At the line for the Suns.
And the second free throw, good. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 8-point game. The kick out to Town. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Yeah, easy call.
And the first one at the line is good.
But Durant still has a drive to keep adding something to his game offensively, which should be scary to the rest of the league, but makes him so fun to watch.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside Edwards to the paint and stolen by Ayton. Here's the break, and here's Booker from the arc. It's rebounded by Towns. Timberwolves trail by 10. Here's Edwards. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Booker against Towns. Booker the pass to KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
Difficult cover here on the pick and roll as Devin Booker's getting more and more experience playing out and making plays.
Conley kicks to Gobert. The kick out to Towns. Sinks the three-pointer. Towns has got 6 in the quarter.
It's such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
All up top, over by Conley. Just 5 to shoot. And then Durant with the jam.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Phoenix.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kevin Durant.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stop.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Paul against Conley. Paul passes to Durant. From deep three-point range, Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Here's Towns. Gets the bucket.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
So the Suns win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg...